I'm starting. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for the program overview for the Business Master of Finance Beijing program. And while we're waiting for some of you to join the internet, I just wanted to let you know that this is going to be a 30-minute info session, and we're going to cover all the program basics and also the pathway to the program. At the end of the session, there is a Q&A. So if you would like to have your question answered, please feel free to use the chat function or just to leave your questions in the Q&A section. Okay, to start, my name is Renmin Wang. I'm the Assistant Director for the Master of Finance Beijing program, and I've been with the program for about 5 years, which means that I have been processing a lot of applications from students like you. And today we're going to talk about some of the things that I found very important for you to start the program successfully. So what is Master of Finance program? This is a joint program provided by 2 top universities in the world. One is Queen's University in Canada, and the other one is Renmin University of China. So our student will be required to study in China on the campus in Beijing on the campus of Renmin University in Beijing. They're going to spend their year there and getting to know about the life in China, but also getting to know about all the most on the edge knowledge about finance in the Western world. This program was approved by the China's Ministry of Education back in 2013. So it is the 10th year anniversary we're having this year. The student is going to receive their degrees from Queen's University. At the same time, they are going to receive completion certificate from Renmin University. So again, this is not a double degree program. This is a single degree program, and the degree will be provided by Queen's University from Canada. So on this slide, I am sharing the example of our degree. You can see on the left, this is a degree showing you will be issued a Master of Finance degree from Queen's. On right-hand side, this is actually a verification letter provided by China's Ministry of Education, showing that this program has improved by MOE and is widely recognized by the employers in China. At the same time, this is the certificate that our student will be issued after they complete a program. This is a completion certificate from Renmin University, which means that you will have access to all the alumni and all the resources that Renmin University provide for their students. The program is 1 year long. Every year we start from September. Our student is going to have 2 semesters. First semester starts from September and ends before the Chinese New Year, which is usually in late January to early February. And the second semester will start after the Chinese New Year, and it will last all the way into the summer. And usually our students will receive their degree in November in that year. In this 1 year study, you are going to have about 10 courses, and all these courses will be delivered over the weekend. And why that's the case? That is because from Monday to Friday, we wanted to make our students comfortable for themselves to do internships or take on full-time jobs, or even to improve their other career designation, professional designation. In terms of the 10 courses, all the courses will be pre-assigned, and you are going to follow the order provided by the program office. You're going to complete 1 course before studying the next one. Okay, you're going to start it one by one. So there is no exam month. You're going to complete the first course, take your exam, and then start the next one. So all these courses will be closely related to the core concept in the financial industry. It starts from financial statement analysis all the way to, let's say, investment banking and alternative investments. Because our program is a joint program, your faculty members will come from both universities. On this slide, the top row are all the professors from Queens. They are going to fly to Beijing and teach you in person. So you can actually spend 2 or 3 weeks with them and learn from them in person. The second row is actually the professors from Renmin University. And these professors are also going to teach you in English because they have been studying or been working at the other research institutions in the English world as well. So one of the questions I usually encourage my applicant to ask is ask the program office about their class profile, because this will give you a better idea about whether you are a good fit for the program, whether this program really suits you, and you will get to know about your classmates. You know how strong, how competitive the program is, and also it helps you to understand whether it will be hard or easy for you to get into the program. So this is a typical class for the Master of Finance Beijing program. You can see that we have about 38 students for this class, and actually every year we do not accept more than 40 students for our international section of the program. The average age is 25, which means that if you're freshly graduate from university, you will be like 21, 22, but then you can see that half of our class are fresh graduate, while half our class have a few years of work experience. That makes the average age for our program to be 25. And most of our students have did their undergraduate degree in North America, in particular Canada. Still, we do have a few students every year complete their undergraduate study from China, especially mainland China. Something unusual about this class is the gender ratio. Usually we have half of the class will be men, while half of the class will be women. Another important figure is the pie chart on the top, on the bottom left. When they enter into program, about half of the class has already passed the CFA level 1 exam or above, while the other half of the class are still working towards the CFA level 1 exam. But again, CFA level 1 exam, this is something we're going to talk about later on when we're talking about admission standards. This is just a number that I feel very valuable if you would like to know how academically competitive this program is. After graduation, most of our graduates actually would like to stay in China because many of them will be coming from Chinese background. So that is why most of them would like to stay in China after graduation. On these, there are 5 columns on this slide, and for the right 3 columns, these are all our employers in China. And actually, if you would like to work in any financial industry companies in China, let's say a security company or let's say insurance company, we can find at least one alum that can help you to answer your questions. So we can set up a coffee chat for you and then. At the same time, every year we do have some students who would like to come back to Canada after graduation. So you can see they're going to work in banks, or they're going to work in financial groups or government, or it could be accounting firms, or it could be big firms like Microsoft and IBM. So these are where our graduates work after graduation. Okay, so this is a joint program. Once again, it's a joint program by Smith School of Business and School of Finance at the Renmin University. That means our students will have access to career services from both institutions. So at Smith, we do have a career advancement center, which locates in both Kingston, where Queen's University locates, and also we also have some career advancement center staff that is based in downtown Toronto, very close to the Bay Street. So they can help you to provide some really helpful one-on-one career coaching, help you to navigate the job market landscape, help you to make a action plan about how to launch your career in finance in Canada. So Paulina, she is our career coach. She works with Master of Finance Beijing students very closely, guide them towards their goals. At the same time, in China, we also partner with a third-party career service provider for those of students who would like to stay in China and make a career. I also wanted to point it out, we have a great platform called Smith Connect. This is an internal platform for all Smith alum. So if you would like to connect with alum that is in China or any part of the world except for Canada, you can also use Smith Connect. There will be internal job postings, mentorship programs, a lot of useful information on Smith Connect. And actually, you don't have to register another account because you can log in to Smith Connect very easily using your LinkedIn account. Okay, this is just the internal portal for Smith students, but it can also be accessible via LinkedIn account. So in addition to taking internships and doing full-time jobs from Monday to Friday, many of our students are also interested in signing up to join QUAF. QUAF is a student organization, and what it means is that every year the school is to give a certain amount of money to these student organizations, and members of QUAF are going to make investment decisions themselves. So this will be very good project show on your resume. You are going to partner with other students. They could be our Master of Finance students in Toronto. They could be our Master of Business Administration student, our MBA student from Kingston in Ontario, or it could be our MMA or MMAI student. So again, we have a Kingston team, we have a Toronto team, we have a Beijing team. So this is a really, really good project to show your global skills. We wanted to train global citizens. So this really stands out, okay? At the same time, we have alumni organizations in China that organize alumni events every year. They're going to have some very important, they would like to have VIP speakers. I believe before pandemic, we did have the head of UBS Asia fly from Hong Kong to Beijing and to go to Renmin campus and meet with our students. And also our alumni club organizes outdoor events or corporate visit for our students to get to know about the financial landscape in China in a more informal way, because a lot of students will find connecting or networking or connecting with, let's say, those CEOs or CFOs, it will be like they don't know where to start. But by joining those events, you can get to know them in a very friendly and also very intimate atmosphere. So here are some slides about our opening reception that took place last year in September. These are our international section students. This is our dean at Smith. This is the secretary at the School of Finance at Renmin University. This is the founding director of the program, also associate dean at Smith. and this lady came from the Embassy of Canada. So this is our opening ceremony. This took place in Beijing last year in September. And you will see that, you just mentioned that your class is less than 40, fewer than 40 students. But it looks like there are more people on this image. Yes, because we do have two sections. We have an international section, which I just mentioned. You're going to study in English language, and this class will be um, about 40 students. Most of them will have 0 to 3 years of work experience. At the same time, we have an exotic section, and this section will be taught in Mandarin Chinese, and average age will be 35, and average work experience will be 13 years. And while we're having these two sections, we encourage interaction between these two sections. International section students, they are going to receive a lot of local resources from our exotic section, while at the same time, our exotic section students would like to have some global perspective. During the pandemic, every year, we do have international section students receive their first internship or first full-time work from our exotic section students referral. Okay. Okay, so this is the Smith Connect I just mentioned. Campus life. You are going to study in China on the Renmin campus for 1 year. You're going to receive a student ID from Renmin University, and you are going to have access to all their facilities, including libraries or their gym or their lecture hall. There is a lot of extracurriculum events, student clubs, and then you can also use their canteen. Many of our students came from China but did their undergraduate in North America, let's say, and they missed the campus life in China. They want to experience, then this is a perfect opportunity to spend 1 year at a top Chinese university and get to know about student life there. Okay, let's talk about application process. What it takes to be a successful candidate for the Master of Finance program. Our application process will be taken online, which means that you're going to submit your applications on Smith's website, and then staff like us, for example, me or my co-author Alina, who also joined the webinar today, we are going to screen your application. We're going to do a preliminary assessment. We're going to look into basically your academic history and your work experience. After that, we are going to send you emails. We're going to tell you the next step. We're going to help you to put up your application files. And when you have most of the application files ready, we are going to invite you for an online interview with members from the admission committee. And once again, neither Alina or myself are members of the admission committee. So before the interview takes place, you can always change your mind and modify your application file. Okay, that won't impact your application in a negative way. Okay, so what it takes for the online application. First, you go to Smith's website, you fill in the online form, providing some personal information, and then please upload your resume in English and a copy of your official transcript. You can go to your university's website, usually your website of your registrar's office, and download a digital copy of your transcript, or just to do a screenshot, but save it as a PDF and then send it to us. And after Alina or myself review your file, we're going to send you an email outlining what items will be required for your application. So this is a checklist email. It could talk about, oh, we require you to write TOEFL or IELTS, but most of the time for students who study in Canada for an English taught degree or who have been living in Canada for more than 3 years, you do not have to provide TOEFL or IELTS. Okay, you don't have to write these exams. We believe that you have the English proficiency skills. You are fluent in English. However, most, if not all, students will be required to provide at least one of these three exams result, which will be either GMAT or GRE or CFA level 1. Okay, most of you guys will be required to provide one of these three exams. That would be GRE, GMAT, or CFA level 1. A few students may be requested to write CFA level 1 instead of GMAT or GRE. Okay, this is case by case. It's really up to what is your undergraduate major, how was your academic performance, and what courses you have taken, and what let's say full-time experience you have had. Okay, so this is case by case. We also request 2 online references. You will have to submit the name and email address of your referees, and we are going to reach out to your referees and ask them to complete online reference for you. And last but not least, you will be requested to provide an official transcript, usually sent directly from your university, but these will take place in a very late stage. Okay, so most importantly, GRE, GMAT, or CFA level 1, this is something that I wanted to highlight in this part. In terms of the academic requirements, here are 2 statistics I would like to share. One is that the minimum GPA that we usually accept will be 2.7 out of 4. There is a scale chart on the left, and you can see that 2.7 is we can convert it to B minus. Okay, B minus. But that being said, it doesn't mean that if I'm below 2.7, I cannot apply for this program. That is not the case. We are going to look into your cumulative GPA, which is your GPA over your university 4-year university study, and we're also looking into what courses you've been taking, your major GPA, okay, or the course grade relevant to finance, business, economics, those courses. We'll also look into your last 2-year GPA. So this is it's a little bit complex. It's not like my 4-year GPA is below 2.7. I'm going to be rejected right away. That is not the case. On the other hand, it doesn't mean that we're going to accept any student with a GPA higher than 2.7. Again, you have to provide other documents and information and also go through the interview, okay? Application deadline. If you are a Chinese citizen, which means that you are holding a Chinese passport, our application deadline will be August 25. Okay, but we do encourage you to start your application as soon as possible. Submit your online application and complete so our staff can complete a prelim assessment and decide what documents will be required for your case. However, if you are not holding a Chinese passport, your application deadline will be May the 15th. This is because we need to have your passport. We need to make the admission decision, have your passport, and help you to apply for a student visa from Chinese government. Scholarships. There are plenty of scholarship opportunities out there. There will be entrance scholarships that our candidates will be automatically considered when they open their application. If you are a Canadian citizen, there are also Chinese government funded scholarships. And also after you join the program, there will be CFA scholarship for those of you who would like to write the exam. And by the way, the writing exam is not cheap. That is why we do have this very favorable resources out there helping our students to write this very important exam for anyone who wants to work in finance. We do have a lot of information sessions and events that we encourage you to sign up and reach out to the program office. We also provide virtual one-on-one sessions or sometimes in-person one-on-one sessions if you happen to be in Kingston. And you can find these opportunities on our website. I also wanted to highlight that next week we are going to have an in-person session at Gucao at Smith School of Business at Queen's University in Kingston. So we're going to have some pizza and admission staff and a member of the admission committee will be there answering all your questions. So if you are a Queen student or Smith student, feel free to stop by and just grab pizza and talk with us and introduce yourself to us. There are some archive sections on the website as well. So there will be our previous information session in Chinese language or our panel discussion. Most of this panel discussion will be hosted by faculty members or students alum. These are all great opportunities for you to get to know the program from another perspective. We're also on social media. In Chinese social media, we're on WeChat and Weibo and also Xiaohongshu, and we're also on YouTube. So on YouTube, you can also watch our previous recordings. Okay. Once again, our office is at room 294 at Gucao. If you are a Queen student or if you are coming to Kingston, feel free to let us know, and I will be very happy to meet you in our office. Okay, so these are all the information I would like to share. I'm going to stop here and have my slides run. So if you are interested in adding us on WeChat, please feel free to do so. If not, let me know if you have any questions, and we're going to have maybe 2 minutes to answer your questions. And I do receive a lot of questions submitted before this information session. So while I'm waiting for you to submit a question on Zoom, I am going to answer the question I received from email. So one of the questions is that what is the requirement for the GMAT and GRE? Okay, what is the requirement for the GMAT and GRE? Okay, let me go back my slides to the admission process. So if you are requested to write GMAT or GRE, here's the thing. So most often, we will convert GRE to GMAT. There is a conversion skill that you can find online, but most of the time we're going to convert GRE to GMAT because GMAT, this is the exam for business school students. So for GMAT, I will encourage you to write at least 650, but try to aim at 700, especially because right now there is online GMAT and we do see there is inflation of GMAT score. So I would encourage you to aim at writing about 700 for GMAT. And a very similar question is that what is the requirement for CFA level 1? Okay, for CFA level 1 exam, we will request to see your test results. So after you complete the test, CFA institution is going to send you an email. And in that email, they're going to show what percentile you are compared to other students in certain topics. I believe there are 9 topics for CFA level 1 exam, and we're going to look into that. So, and also there are dynamics. If let's say your academic background is not very strong, your GPA, let's say, is below 2.7 or slightly above 2.7, and then we are going to expect you to have a higher CFA level 1 exam result, right? We want you to see that you prove that you are academically competitive. On the other hand, let's say if you have proved your learning abilities, you have proved your strength, academic strength, by other ways. For example, your online references or your resume or the project you have been taken when you are in your college or outside of your undergraduate study. Once you have proved that for your CFA level 1 result, we may have a lower expectation as long as you pass the exam. We will think that will be fine because we do understand it takes a lot of time to write CFA level 1 exam, and it's not something that you can write it like GRE or GMAT, that you can write it every other week, right? And the other thing is that in some circumstances, we do have alternatives for those of you who cannot write CFA level 1 exam with a valid reason. Okay, we're going to provide you with alternatives. For example, in the past, I do have candidates that have been provided the option to write exam that has been approved by the program office to replace the requirements for the CFA level 1. But that exam is also about financial knowledge. Okay. Okay. So hopefully I have answered all of your questions. And once again, thank you for joining me today for the information session. I hope that I have provided you with an overview of the program, and also I hope that I have addressed your questions about our application admission requirements. And if you have any other questions, once again, please feel free to reach out to the program office by either signing up for a virtual one-on-one session, or email us, or send us messages over WeChat. Thank you.